Make sure to grab a pen and paper because honestly, this is going to be a bit intense. Like, there's loads of details here. I'm going to tell you every single thing. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new around here, my name is Halima. I'm a student at a London university. I did sociology and it was probably my favourite subject. I had an amazing teacher. I managed to get the grade that I wanted to get, and I'm going to be helping you guys to get it too. So make sure you watch to the end so that you can get all the extra tips. No gatekeeping out here, like no gatekeeping at all, but you've got to watch the whole thing. We're going to try and make it in under 10 minutes. So if I am speaking really fast for you guys, listen to it back like as many times as you like. Please comment below. I'd be happy to help, and I know you guys are going to do so well. Let's get into the video. So to give you guys an idea, basically the video will follow a train of revision tips, essay tips, and then finally hitting the higher mark. Exams coming along, I am aware that quite a lot of students do struggle with revising effectively, so I'm going to give you tips if you are only just doing your mock for sociology right now, or if you are basically doing the final exam. So first and foremost, you really need to organize your learning. Get folders. Honestly, there's just so much content, crazy amount of content. It feels like you have to know all the content, but really and truly, by the time you get to the end of it, you'll realize that you actually don't. So organize all of your different topics in different folders. I colored coordinated because I am that girl. I do advise it because it just makes like learning a lot more fun. So I even remember to this day what colors I had for different topics. Family was like a pink, social stratification, I think it must have been orange, blue was for maybe crime and deviant, and in the same way do the similar thing for your different ideology. One of the most fundamental aspects of going into your revision is having a basic checklist or whatever. I've got one for my law exams that I've got coming up, and honestly this is a discipline that like I learned from sociology the most. Print out a checklist, do red, amber, green, and basically go through how confident you are on each of the topics, but the subcategories and the sub areas and the sub points relating to it. So you can either find what Marx is saying about, you know, class or whatever it is. Can you explain it properly to evaluate your learning from the start before getting into revision? The next stage of revision is really getting all of your notes together and getting the resources that you're going to use. I do advise using books. So I invested in like a lot of books for sociology. Sociology books were more expensive. I got one of the books at the time that was really good and helped me get extra sort of ideas compared to ones that students would bring up in class, and that gave me a different edge to my essays. That's a tip for hitting the high marks, but came early. And then finally for revision, mind mapping is one of the best things. Stay out the topic and write out points linking or ideas linking to the topic. So if it is related to gender role, family topic, put that as a bullet point, that's an idea, and then put in the key thinkers that relate to it, the point that they make. I suggest you remember at least one quote that they said that directly linked to that. Make sure your quote is basically applicable to like most points, can be used in any sort of scenario. That means that you'll be revising less quotes and less ideas, and then your brain won't be as flustered. It's not really good to repeat quotes, especially in one essay. When I used to create my flashcards, which were the best things for me in terms of understanding case studies and memorizing it and memorizing theorist views, I would include first on my flashcards the method that the researcher used, the time, when was it written, so I know how outdated it was, when was the sort of data collected, and when was the research done. That will inform my analysis for my essay. And then what was the key finding by the researcher? What have they stated basically as a key finding? To be honest, this is going to be the main thing you actually need to remember from the case study, but I like structuring it like this because I automatically assume that I'm going to remember all of this. If you can remember the date of when the study was actually undertaken, honestly you're going to put yourself in a better position to get higher grades because you have the knowledge. And then finally the P, I can't remember what it was, maybe problem? My phone is dying. I can't remember what it was. Maybe it might be in perspective, or the perspective of this. I can't remember, but anyways, I knew that for all my flashcards. M for method, T for time, when, and then F for finding, P I assume for problem. And that should be a good way to structure your case study analysis. And if you can do as many case studies as possible for each of the separate topics, don't worry if you don't get as much done. When you're revising, you really just need to learn the fundamental ones that you need to learn for the course. You've got Zaretsky, you've got Arno and Klee, you've got Marx, you got Durkheim, you got all of them, brothers. Do you get it? Those ones fundamentally, and then if you can find extra one in even better books. Last of all, I forgot to actually mention, which should have come at the start, but I'm going to put it at the end now that I've remembered, is research methods is the fundamental of your learning. I remember doing research methods. Nobody liked it. It was dry. It was dragging. I forgot how many months we spent on research methods, but it was like, can we be done with this? The whole class would just not having it. But trust me, when you go to evaluate maybe a thinker or a theorist, work that they've done, to evaluate it, you need to evaluate the methods in which they've gone through the lens of research method, ideologies, interpretivism, all of that kind of stuff. So make sure you memorize those. Those are fundamentals. Similar to, also, I forgot to start with this as well, but let's basically imagine that I rewind back to the front. Key terms is a fundamental to your learning, because especially in introduction, you are going to define the word, and the only way in which you define the word properly is if you actually have a great understanding of the topic and actually the words and terminology that is used. So if you can print off a document that has a definition of all the words, which, guys, this is where I come in the clutch. I've just uploaded my key terms for sociology in my link in my bio. It has all of the sociological terms, so literally just download that and print it off and put it in your folder. If you can write that on flashcards or do it on Quizlet or Anki, whatever you like to do, and just do it as a fun kind of revision thing for yourself, then it's something that is out the way. Because if you can say what the definition of maybe a functionalist is off the back of your hand, you're ready to go for your exam. You really want to be thinking sociologically and also be able to write sociologically, and you'll be able to understand that in the next part, which I go into essays.